Welcome to the Path of Excellence. Today we venture into the shadowy realm of forbidden knowledge, where the pursuit of science crossed the line into the perilous unknown. We will reveal to you the most dangerous scientific experiments ever conducted, experiments so risky, so ethically fraught, that they were ultimately banned. Some held the promise of changing the world, but at what cost? Let's delve into the chilling history of these forbidden experiments. Our journey begins in the midst of World War II, in the shadowy shipyards of Philadelphia. The U.S. Navy embarked on a project cloaked in secrecy, the Philadelphia Experiment. The goal? To render a warship invisible to enemy radar. Scientists believed they could achieve this by generating an immense electromagnetic field around the destroyer escort USS Eldridge. Eyewitness accounts tell of the Eldridge, shrouded in an eerie green fog, fading from view. But the triumph was short-lived, for the experiment soon took a dark and sinister turn. Sailors aboard the Eldridge emerged from the ordeal in a state of utter horror, some physically fused to the ship's metal, others driven to madness. Our next chapter takes us from the battlefields of World War II to the clandestine world of Cold War espionage. The battleground shifted to the human mind, giving rise to a chilling new era of psychological warfare. At the forefront was the CIA's MK-Ultra project, a top-secret program authorized in 1953 with a single, terrifying objective: to achieve mind control. Unwitting subjects, often drawn from society's margins, were subjected to a battery of mind-altering techniques. Powerful hallucinogenic drugs such as LSD were administered in massive doses, often without the subject's knowledge or consent. The methods employed were as varied as they were inhumane: hypnosis, electroshock therapy, sensory deprivation, and even psychic driving. Many subjects suffered irreparable psychological harm, their minds irrevocably fractured by the relentless assault. When the true nature of MK-Ultra finally came to light in the 1970s, it sent shockwaves through American society. From the depths of the Cold War, we turn our attention to a threat that knows no borders: biological warfare. In the 1950s, the United States embarked on a series of open-air biological weapons tests. The objective? To assess the vulnerability of American cities to a biological attack. The method? To release harmless bacteria into the atmosphere, simulating the spread of a deadly pathogen. In 1950, the U.S. Navy conducted Operation Sea Spray, releasing clouds of Serratia marcescens bacteria over the San Francisco Bay Area. The bacteria infiltrated the city's water supply, infecting thousands of unsuspecting citizens. It is now believed that the Serratia marcescens strain used in the experiment was responsible for a spike in heart valve infections in the San Francisco area. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, the U.S. government conducted hundreds of open-air biological weapons tests, releasing bacteria and chemicals over populated areas without the knowledge or consent of the citizens below. Our exploration of forbidden knowledge now takes us to the hallowed halls of academia. In the summer of 1971, renowned psychologist Philip Zimbardo set out to investigate the psychological effects of power dynamics. He created a mock prison in the basement of Stanford University's psychology department, recruiting a group of 24 male college students to participate in a 2-week experiment. The students were randomly assigned roles, half as guards, half as prisoners. Almost immediately, the guards began to assert their dominance over the prisoners, subjecting them to increasingly cruel and degrading treatment. The prisoners, stripped of their identities and subjected to relentless psychological abuse, became withdrawn and submissive. The experiment, initially slated to last 2 weeks, was abruptly halted after just 6 days, as the situation spiraled out of control. The Stanford prison experiment revealed the dark side of human nature, demonstrating the ease with which ordinary individuals can be transformed into agents of cruelty and oppression when placed in positions of power. Our final chapter takes us to the very frontier of scientific inquiry, the cloning of human beings. In 1996, the world watched in awe as Dolly the sheep, the first mammal cloned from an adult cell, was born. This groundbreaking achievement ushered in a new era of scientific possibility, but it also raised profound ethical questions. The cloning of Dolly opened the door to the once unthinkable, the possibility of cloning humans. Scientists envisioned a future where infertility could be overcome, where genetic diseases could be eradicated. But this tantalizing promise was tempered by profound ethical concerns. In response to these concerns, governments around the world moved swiftly to outlaw human cloning, recognizing the profound ethical and societal implications of such a step. From wartime secrecy to the cutting edge of genetic engineering, we have journeyed through the annals of forbidden knowledge. These experiments stand as a stark reminder of the double-edged sword of scientific progress, of the need to temper our pursuit of knowledge with wisdom and compassion. Which of these forbidden experiments did you find most terrifying? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're intrigued by the dark side of science, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more explorations of the unknown.